Alright, folks, welcome back. Let's do a little bit more Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I'd love to submit a ticket about that missing legendary staff, but I have no bloody idea where I would go to do that. If anyone knows. Ooh, someone else died. Hey, I must have set up something that pretty much works. Let's see how he died. Looking forward to that. Oh, is it the same guy? Looks like it. Oh, wow. I think did he die to Scorpio? He actually just got flat out murdered by Scorpio. Okay. And I just beat another guy. Sweet. Come to my castle. Give me your money. Look at that costume. That is quite a silly costume. I want that hat. Where the fuck did he get that hat? It's a snowman outfit of some sort. Huh. I guess he died pretty fast, because this is only a 50-second run. So he went right in the middle of there, and he probably just got murdered by the Scorpio. Oh, he got locked down and then just beaten to death. He tried to escape and got catapulted back into it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then he just dies, I assume. Lovely. That's just lovely. Ah, yes, yes, yes. That's kind of like half the satisfaction of the game, is making a castle that does that to someone and just cackling evilly. Alright, well, I get to loot him, and I guess both the deaths are here, actually, yeah. Keep an eye on the amount that we get, by the way. So currently I'm on, what, 2272 and 6890, because I haven't seen anything actually be added when I loot. Oh, wow, is that a 500 life force I just got from that? Fuck. That's good. Alright, sweet. Very nice. Okay, cool. Well, this castle clearly works right now. So that's good. I have a bunch of other spells. You've got 12 spells in total, but you can only ever take 4. So I usually just take the AoE ones, Vortex Swift. Against some castles, I'll probably need Death Bolt once I hit rank 12, because it's really your only really good single target damage spell. Ah. He somehow managed to loot me. Although apparently he got nothing from it, which is a little bit weird. I must be shielded right now or something. Alright. Now, you can also run the castles of the devs. And they're usually longer, and they're kind of amusing theme castles, so they're worth doing. You get a decent amount of money from them, and there's no time limit on them either, so you can just spend as long as you want farming. They also don't abide by the usual castle rules, which means you can fight some interesting stuff. But they're also quite easy, for the most part. It's just some of them are quite long. Apparently, if I don't beat the timer, I get nothing. Huh. Interesting. I'm not 100% sure about that. Shambhalina. I'm not even sure if that's a creature you can buy. It might just be a creature that you can use as the devs. They've also started dropping items around traps now, which is quite nice. So if you go for a trap-heavy castle, you don't end up being a castle that doesn't earn the guy who ran you know, kind of any items or anything. Because usually it was just items dropped from creatures. So if you went trap-heavy, you can actually reduce the amount of items that would drop, which that doesn't help you in any way, so it's kind of a dick move. But yeah, they've set that up now so that gold, life force, and items spawn around things. But there is no timer on this. There's only timers on player castles. What we're talking about is the fact that I got a legendary staff, but I didn't get it, because apparently I didn't beat the timer. It would be nice if it actually just let you know that. I think the game needs to be more clear about what you do get and what you don't get when you beat the timer or don't beat it. Yes, you have to run your own castle before anyone else can run it. Well, that's not true. They can run the previous version of it. And if anything that you don't kill during the validation process doesn't function, at all. So you need to be careful, and you've got to clear your whole castle out. And that sets a time which the other player has to then beat. It's a level 13. This could be a bit tricky. We're going to try it. I'm just interested to see what it does. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, gold ring there, nice. 3-minute 23 castle. That probably means his mines are down here. Almost certainly they're hidden away. There they are. There's one of them anyway. He spread them out. That's quite sneaky. So as people were pointing out earlier, the point of hiding your mines is that a player can't get 3 stars unless he destroys your mines as well. So you have to look around for them. This is actually quite a complicated castle design. Looks like he's got a lot of stuff available to him. Cyclops level 3s. Okay, they're pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. And he's hidden another mine over there, so we can kill that easily. I like these. These are quite nice. What I want to do is set a couple of these up once I've got leveled them up and put them in that area. You see where like the guys were sitting behind my hamster wheels trying to blow up that big room. I want to put those there because that forces them to move. And that... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Ooh, heavy on the archers. Alright. Okay, then we're gonna have to... I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this. There's a lot of horrible death in here. Huge amounts of it. He's got a nice shield in there as well. I should also use my better potions at this point. Yeah, that's a pretty brutal castle. I should probably fight stuff around my level. Alright, I've pretty much wrecked most of the stuff in this region. That's a 215 defense rating castle. That's pretty high. Ooh, this one looks good. Let's go with that. You can pay 200 gold to unlock a new region of castles. Which might be worthwhile, because I've hit a lot of the really good ones in this area, and they're now shielded, so I can't hit them again. While you can hit them, you just can't loot directly from them. You only get the loot that drops from the creatures, which is not as good. Yes, archers are very, very painful, as I think we have discovered. Ah, level 12. Sweet. That's pretty cool. That means I can put on all of my old legendary OP gear, and then things are going to get really interesting. It also means I can get Deathbolt, which might be required for future bosses. Deathbolt, if I recall correctly, also heals you, so... I could probably replace my Fireball with that. And just keep my standard AoE stuff. Alright, that's all of his mines smashed. Let's be a little bit careful about how we engage here. We're probably going to end up pulling the entire pack, but we'll see if it's possible to pull less than that. Not exactly. Ooh, a Dr. Skull drop. Interesting. Some of the creatures have specific loot drops. My poor battered... Oh, it's full of fucking archers. Alright. Time to put my OP gear on. And I'm going to replace my Fireball, I think, with the Deathbolt. It does 653 magic damage, and it heals you. It's a long cooldown, but it's a great single target spell. Alright. So, all of my old gear from the days when it was possible to... Hang on a minute. Most of this was level 12, wasn't it? Yep. I should be able to wear this. I can't wear that because that's level 14. Okay, so I can wear some of it. Alright. So, the Sapphire Brooch. This is like old... You used to be able to buy this ridiculous kind of crafted gear that was just silly. And I have a lot of it. Ah, it's bugged out again. This has been happening previously where it's made it so you're not able to actually unequip certain items. It's a current bug in the game. Probably want to put that on. Yeah. The Earl of E-Velocity shoulder pads. Cap of the Smarty Pants, which is just ludicrous. Robe of the Smarty Pants, which you can get less health and shitloads less magic armor, but it's still pretty good. Especially since we're going against a lot of archers at the moment. So now my physical armor is 60% reduction, which is much, much more powerful. I want to put this other windstone on, but I'm having equipment problems. What the fuck? Please don't tell me that just... If that just sold my fucking windstone, I'm gonna be pissed. Check my buyback, make sure it didn't. No, it just has vanished from my inventory. That's lovely. Okay, I need to restart the game. Because it's clearly a bit buggy right now. No, I've tried doing the whole dragging thing. It's not working properly. Like, it's supposed to be giving me tooltips of the items whenever I hover over them. It's a bug that I've run into a couple of times. So yeah, we're going to bust the Archer metagame, actually, by vastly increasing our physical armor. So, hopefully that should beat that quite handily. Yeah, it's... I've had this bug like twice or 3 times before, so... I have to log in again. I don't know what causes it either. That's the problem. Don't have a clue. That ring better not have disappeared. Or I'm gonna be very upset. Open beta is supposed to be on the 25th, I think. Huh? Someone beat me. But they didn't manage to loot anything, so it doesn't really matter. And apparently they didn't get any stars either, because they got no crowns whatsoever, so they were obviously very slow. They may have died at one point, I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's hope that I haven't lost all of that gear. You see what I'm talking about? Now I actually do have them equipped, it just didn't show it. So yeah, that was broken. Now it works. Alright, so we can flog that, we can flog that, we can flog that. Probably keep a hold of those, that's like 11-8. I'm not even sure how I got a level 18 drop. Oh! Someone just stole over 1,000 gold from me. Nasty. Sell that, that, and that. But I do now have significantly better equipment. I thought I had a staff that I could equip at this level, but evidently not. Yeah, Magic Mystic Rod, but that's level 13, so I'm gonna have to wait. But I did just equip a bunch of my old OP Legendary gear, so that should make it a little bit easier. I want to see who it was that just ran me. Some level 12 apparently managed it. I'm not sure how that happened. No, my Meta Magic is not here anymore. Oh, it's the same guy.
Watch.
It's just he actually managed to pull it off this time and not die horribly. I wonder how he beat my big pull then. Yeah, he did that. Okay, so... As I was saying earlier, I think those traps should be able to break that and stop him from doing something like that. Yeah, he just beat it down eventually. Okay. That makes sense. So what I really want to do then in the entrance to this area is put a bunch of those flame traps. And I'll need to upgrade them so they actually do some damage. Let's have a look. Traps. They're the ballistic cannons, I believe, is the ones that I'm looking for. So let's upgrade them. I need rank 6 research lab to go any higher than that. What do I need to do to get that? Ooh. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Okay. I should probably upgrade my gold storage, actually, because I'm about to go off capacity. The wheel traps do stop my minions from getting to him, that is true, but it does make it very difficult for him as well. And the thing is, it's also about time, because if he can't kill us quickly enough, then he steals less of my crowns, so... We could remove the wheel traps, but what that also means is that... Yeah, a Scorpion might work, one of the Scorpios, to actually pull him in. That could work. Into the middle of that would probably do this amount of damage, but those Scorpios are quite expensive. I think we just go with the current strategy, which is try and hold them out there, And then put a couple of those fireball traps in there. So make sure he can't just stand there and take damage. I might need another generator. Probably not enough power for this. I don't know who Gopher is, so... We don't generally invite, like, random people that I don't know. At the moment, actually, I'm considering just doing a few episodes with just the 3 of us. There we go. So a couple of ballistic traps in this area. So these should have that range, and that's going to make standing around a bit more difficult. Spring traps here could work. I need another generator if I'm going to pull that off, though. And I'm not sure if I can fit another generator. I can, okay. I don't think I can fit another spring in. I might have to remove something. Springboards, power cost 3.
I do not have any more room to spare.
Okay, get rid of one of these, maybe. Because these are kind of useless anyway. Get a springboard. It's a fairly narrow corridor. He might run into it, but he might not. I'm not sure if I'm within powering range.
My lair is at maximum evilness.
Ideally, I want another one here, but I don't think I can fit that in there. Alright. This would make it very difficult to deal with. This is a tricky situation, so let's run it.
Hello?
The thing is, if you take out the middle wheel, it makes it very likely that they can just immediately bypass that area. So it's not necessarily great. Kill the mine. There's no creatures here anymore anyway. Basically, my castle at the moment is just 2 poles. Okay, now I do have Death Bolt, which means that I can use that to kill this shield guy much faster than I otherwise would have been able to. So that's actually worth doing. Kite that, make sure you avoid it. It basically fires out a trio of shots, so as long as you know what direction they're going to be coming in, they're fairly easy to eliminate. And Death Bolt also heals you as well, so it's a very powerful ability. I'm a bit less AoE, but my AoE is pretty good anyway, so it's not really a huge problem. I've also got 2,000 health now and a bunch of physical resistance, so this should make this a bit of an easier run. Okay, so now if I want to sit here, I think I can probably just still sit here, though. Okay, so I've noticed a problem with that. This area right here. If I put one more... If I were able to fit in one more hamster wheel, then they couldn't stand here and do this. So I think I might end up doing something like that. Oh man, still locked in the hamster wheels. I don't know if I can get another hamster wheel in there, though. I'll have to get yet another trap generator. Don't think I killed him there. No, I don't think so. Let's wait for this to recharge. We've already talked about Nerd Cubed. I don't know why people kind of... I mean, I know why people suggest people for the podcast, but like what you got to understand is that when I take suggestions for the podcast, it usually results in a bad show. Like, really, if I want people on the show, I need to know that they're actually going to contribute well, and some people just don't fit in. It's as simple as that. We have really quiet guests as a result, which is, you know, that's not ideal, and then people complain about it. And I'm like, well, you know, I brought a guest on, and then, you know, they didn't say anything. So, there we go. So, right now, it's just going to be a case of, I'm probably going to do a few shows with just the 3 of us. And really, I just want to invite the people I want to invite. People that we know can contribute well. Well, I did a much better time this time, so... Man, now people are just whacking my defense. A level 10 beat me? Wow, how did he do that? Oh, he did it in 8 minutes, that's why. He spent a shitload of time being very patient. And probably just kiting that room. I still think if you don't do it in the timer, you should probably end up getting a lot less money. I'm not sure if you do that, but like the amount of time he took to do this.
Don't so good over here.
Jesus. This guy's a persistent one, isn't he? So we maybe just... If we just get the fireball trap around the corner, then it's not... Then that won't be a problem anymore. Basically, the place that I put the fireball trap is useless because it can't actually hit over there. Oh, we can just put the fireballs there. And I think they might work at that point. Can you hide around the corner from that? That's the question. No, you can't. I'm pretty sure you're going to get hit by them there now. So I think this is now just a better setup. So if you stand in this corner, you're going to hit for like 400 damage a hit from these fireballs. And it also means there's a big risk if you're trying to dodge them that you're going to run right into this. So I think this is a good setup now. So that means you've got to run it again. It is kind of annoying that you have to run every minor fucking change, but I can understand why they put that in. Alright, kill the shield thing. Death Bolt is a pretty good spell. We could put the spring trap in the corner. But I think the fireball trap in the corner is better. I guess we're about to find out. I don't know if I can fit the spring trap there. Might not be able to. Oh, please don't tell me. Oh, fuck. The range on those cannons is terrible. I could stand here and the cannons don't fire. That's just stupid. Okay, I'm gonna have to move them again. Fucking hell. Well, I might as well just leave the castle and not validate it then, because there's no point. Okay. And I can probably do something with this spring trap. Oh, it will fit in the corner. Okay. So I can spring them in that way. So they can't stand there. Then I think it's fine, because I'm pretty sure if you stand here, the fire traps do work. And then I can also put this fire trap here, and it should be in range. This setup, I think, works really well. What's my opinion on modding? People don't have opinions on modding. If you're a PC gamer, you like modding. It's as simple as that. It's like saying, well, what's your opinion on video games? Alright. You can't... Can you adjust the aggro range of a trap? I'm pretty sure you can't. No, you can't. It doesn't... You know, this is a feature I think should be put in. The range of this trap is not indicated, which is silly. I need to know how far this can fire. No, you want them to spring forward, because then they get stuck in the middle of this. Then they try and run away, get stunned, and get murdered. Like, preferably you want them to die. Because, you know, it used to be a case of you wanted to delay them, because if you delayed them past a certain time, then they wouldn't get any gold. That's not true anymore. So, you actually want to kill them now. Yeah, I think that spring trap is a fucking nightmare now. Because this one corner was the safest place you could be. Now you can't do it. I think my generator is... yeah, my generator is not at max capacity. I could actually put another spring in there. I'd have to remove yet more stuff, which is really weakening this pull here. But, actually, I might just... I mean, this pull's pretty ridiculous anyway, isn't it? So, let's just suck up one of the healers and build one more spring trap, just to make sure they can't stand anywhere here. So, I mean, do you see why I think this game's compelling? Yeah, I think so. So the question is... Do I want to fire them to the... I kind of want to fire them that way. I'm tempted to fire it that way so it then catapults them in there, but I think they've got more chance to escape if I do that.
My defenses are
so I'm going to put it here.
And
that's going to catapult him into the wall, which will stun him, and he'll then get stun locked by this, and hopefully fireballed as well. So... yeah. We could remove the... We could move these springs around as well, I suppose. I mean, these springs are okay, though. I like the fact that these springs are here. Because this first pull does kill some people. Alright, let's see if I can validate it myself, then. I don't know, I have really good gear, and I'm not terrible at this game, so I can probably manage it.
It is time for you to ride the lightning!
Can I just death bolt this now? Yep! That's a nice way of killing mines. Okay, so that actually will shave a few seconds off my time. That's good.